Hello everybody. If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 389, The Repair Shop. Intermediate. Eleanor loved her old armchair. It wasn't beautiful exactly. The velvet upholstery was faded and worn in places, and one of the legs wobbled precariously. But it was her chair. It had belonged to her grandmother, and Eleanor had grown up curled in its comfortable embrace, reading countless books and listening to her grandmother tell stories. It was more than just a piece of furniture. It was a repository of memories. Recently, however, the chair had started to show its age. The wobbling leg had become more pronounced, and a disconcerting creak emanated from the frame whenever she sat down. Eleanor knew she needed to get it repaired, but she hesitated. She was worried that a modern furniture restorer wouldn't understand the sentimental value of the chair, that they would strip it of its character in an attempt to make it look brand new. One Saturday morning, while browsing through a local craft fair, Eleanor stumbled upon a small stalls tucked away in a corner. A hand-painted sign read, "The Repair Shop, Furniture Restoration and Repairs." Behind the stall sat a man with kind eyes and calloused hands, surrounded by an assortment of tools and pieces of wood. His name was Arthur, and he was a master craftsman. Eleanor approached cautiously, clutching a faded photograph of her grandmother sitting in the armchair. "I have this old chair," she began, her voice a little shaky, "and I'd like to get it repaired. It belonged to my grandmother, and it's very special to me." Arthur smiled warmly. "I understand," he said. "I specialize in restoring antique furniture. Bring it in and let's have a look." A few days later, Eleanor carefully transported the armchair to Arthur's workshop, a small but cluttered space filled with the scent of sawdust and varnish. Arthur examined the chair with a keen eye, running his hands over the worn fabric and testing the wobbly leg. "It's a lovely piece," he said. "It's seen a lot of life." Eleanor nodded, her eyes welling up slightly. "It has," she said. "My grandmother used to sit in it for hours, knitting and reading. I spent my childhood listening to her stories in that chair." Arthur smiled. "I understand the sentimental value," he said. "I'll take good care of it. I'll repair the leg, reinforce the frame and clean the upholstery. I won't try to make it look brand new, but I will make it sturdy and comfortable again." Eleanor felt a wave of relief wash over her. She knew she had found the right person to entrust with her precious chair. Over the next few weeks, Arthur worked diligently on the armchair. He carefully repaired the leg, using traditional woodworking techniques. He reinforced the frame, ensuring that it was strong and stable. He cleaned the upholstery, removing years of accumulated dust and grime, but leaving the faded patina intact. He kept Eleanor updated on his progress, sending her photos of the chair at various stages of the restoration. He even showed her the specific type of wood he was using to repair the leg, explaining that it was the same type of wood used in the original construction of the chair. Finally, the day came when the armchair was ready. Eleanor went to Arthur's workshop, her heart filled with anticipation. When she saw the chair, she gasped. It looked exactly as she remembered it from her childhood, only better. The wobbling leg was gone, the frame was solid, and the upholstery was clean and vibrant, but it still retained its faded charm. "It's perfect," Eleanor said, tears streaming down her face. "Thank you, Arthur. You've brought back so many memories." Arthur smiled. "It was my pleasure," he said. "It's a beautiful chair and it deserves to be enjoyed for many more years to come." Eleanor took the chair home and placed it in its usual spot in the living room. She sat down in it, feeling a sense of peace and contentment. The chair was more than just a piece of furniture. It was a connection to her past, a tangible link to her grandmother and the stories she had shared. Thanks to Arthur's skill and understanding, the chair had been given a new lease of life, ready to create new memories for generations to come. Vocabulary notes. Wobble, verb, to move or shake in a wobbly or unsteady way. Example: the velvet upholstery was faded and worn in places, and one of the legs wobbled precariously. Definition: to rock or shake unsteadily from side to side. Similar words: rock, sway, teeter, falter, tremble. Precariously, adverb, in a way that is likely to collapse or cause someone to fall. Example: one of the legs wobbled precariously. Definition: in a dangerous or unstable way. Similar words: unsteadily, dangerously, insecurely, riskily. Repository, noun, a place where things are stored. Example: it was more than just a piece of furniture, it was a repository of memories. Definition: a place where or container in which something is stored. Similar words: storehouse, treasury, archive, depository, collection. Emanate, verb, to issue or spread out from a source. Example: a disconcerting creak emanated from the frame whenever she sat down. Definition: to issue or spread out from a source. Similar words: issue, flow, proceed, originate, exude. Disconcerting, adjective, causing one to feel uneasy or disturbed. Example: a disconcerting creak emanated from the frame. Definition: upsetting or troubling. Similar words: disturbing, unsettling, alarming, worrisome, perplexing. Stumble upon, phrasal verb, to find or discover something by chance. Example: one Saturday morning while browsing through a local craft fair, Eleanor stumbled upon a small stall. Definition: to find something unexpectedly. Similar words: discover, find, encounter, chance upon, happen upon. Clutch, verb, to grasp or hold tightly. Example: Eleanor approached cautiously, clutching a faded photograph. Definition: to grasp or hold tightly. Similar words: grip, grasp, hold, seize, cling to. Entrust, verb, to give someone responsibility for something. Example: she knew she had found the right person to entrust with her precious chair. Definition: assign responsibility to someone. Similar words: confide in, assign, delegate, give, charge. Diligently, adverb, in a way that shows care and conscientiousness in one's work or duties. Example: over the next few weeks, Arthur worked diligently on the armchair. Definition: with care and perseverance. Similar words: assiduously, industriously, conscientiously, carefully, thoroughly. Patina, noun, a thin layer that develops on the surface of something because of age or use. Example: removing years of accumulated dust and grime, but leaving the faded patina intact. Definition: a surface appearance of something indicating age, venerability, or beauty. Similar words: finish, sheen, gloss, aging, wear. Story written by Google Gemini 2.0 AI. CC Music, Drifting at 432 Hz, Unicorn Heads. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Hello, this is Steve. If you enjoyed the story, please would you take the time to leave a meaningful comment and click on the like icon.
If you want to know when the next story has been uploaded, please click on the notify bell icon to be notified. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and tell your English learning friends so they can benefit too. Thank you.